Hello, this is Pastor Dennis Martin with Wisdom in the Pulpit. Today I want to share with you as a pastor, as a praise leader, as those that are leading worship, musicians or what, a choir director, whatever it may be. You know, sometimes we have moments in services that things happen that we have no control over, whether it's something that happens as far as it relates to a scripture being read at the wrong time, or maybe the song being sung at the wrong time, or just a whole number of things can happen. And sometimes when we're in worship, we are the ones ourselves that disturb the worship, and people that didn't know what was going on, we highlight it by stopping everything and starting it over and doing other stuff instead of just letting the worship flow. And then whatever correction we have to do it later, unless it's just something that's just something we have to do at that time. It's almost like those that take pictures, those of you that are graphic designers and artists, those of you that do editing for movies and films or whatever it may be. Think about it. There's some things that you see or I may see because of our feel. We may look at a video and say, that's terrible. We may look at a cover and say, oh, that's terrible. We may look at a picture and say, oh my God. But those that don't know anything about photography, those that don't know anything about graphic designs, those that don't know anything about any of that stuff, when they see it, they just see beauty. They just see that's awesome. I love that. I really love it. And the only way that they're going to know that something is flawed about it is that you bring it to their attention or I bring it to their attention. Besides that, they don't see that because they're not looking for that. And so sometime in our worship, we don't use wisdom. Things do happen. Some things happen where they're out of sync, but it does not mean that the worship is being affected. So we have to learn to use wisdom in the pulpit by addressing some things later and letting that flow go on. We've got to do it sometimes, like I heard Bishop Macklin say when I was there, they had a service and something was going on, and they said, Pastor, they didn't do that. They're not doing that right. He said, well, we're not going to correct them right now. We're going to let it flow just like it's flowing. And the people are rejoicing. They're enjoying it. We're going to let it go just like it's going. And then we'll do the correcting later. Sometimes that's what we've got to do. We've got to do that. So I want to give you wisdom from the pulpit. Everything does not have to always be stopped or corrected at that moment. Sometimes you just got to wait and let it flow like it's flowing and let God be glorified. This is wisdom in the pulpit, that we may minister to those from the pulpit.